Hi, I'm Jennifer. Welcome to my video. You're catching me on my YouTube channel True Divine 44, and or you're catching me through my Facebook page True Divine 44, which I post the videos up in there, and I plan to put more stuff up there to try and build up more of a community there, more of a sharing environment there. So I'm putting out as much free content as I can, mainly via tarot, to help support, guide and inspire those who want to be supported, guided and inspired. I do daily energy readings, of which this is one. I pick up on the energies out around me, transmute those, play around with the tarot and build up a story to bring to you. It's up to you as the listener, as with any reader, not just me, to be discerning and only take what resonates with you in your heart. Don't try and bend or persuade yourself that part of a reading is yours when everything shows that it's not, because you can bring it in with the power of this, the expansive power of your mind, and the manifestation skills that you have, even if you don't know that you have them. So this is for the 23rd of May 2020, and the first card is this Seven of Pentacles. Now this Seven of Pentacles is so important because it shows for whomever I'm talking to with these readings, the people that I'm picking up on, and there will be parts of the collective that are all doing the similar things on similar paths at the same time, especially now more than ever. So this Seven of Pentacles shows this progression through the daily energy readings, where we've had a lot of the Six of Pentacles, which is very important. It talks about this balance, this reciprocity, this generosity and this gratitude, and having that all in balance, and the wisdom of that card to not dip from your own well, only to give what you have in overflow, not in your reserves. To know that you have to follow your path and keep you right and sustain you properly before anybody else, and that is not selfish. That is something that wisdom brings. So in the Seven of Pentacles, we've progressed. We've learned about balancing of the scales and things of the Six of Pentacles, and we've progressed to a point where we can start to see a breakthrough. We can start to see a build up of material sustainability, however that may resonate with you. We start to see this breakthrough, this jubilee moment, this feeling of liberty, because certainly with this Seven of Pentacles, other doors and opportunities start opening up that weren't maybe previously available to you when you were in the Six of Pentacles. And so this really does start paying off, and it does speak to good karma. It does speak to you being the Six of Pentacles and putting out there what you can, being generous, or even receiving gratefully with a whole heart, with a good heart, and giving that back energetically in your gratitude. We've progressed to the point now where we can start to plan ahead and see different opportunities in a different way maybe. There's this calling to not procrastinate, not sit around, but to continue with as much energy and force as you've previously been putting into it, if not more, to continue to grow this material sustainability, to continue to ride this wave where you've broken through this glass ceiling of the Six of Pentacles, of feeling like you have to give away all of what you have, and therefore never being able to progress yourself to the Seven of Pentacles, rather than you've gained the wisdom to know that it's okay to say, I can't give that, I can't do that, and not even have to justify it, just able to know that that's what sits right for you, and what you have. So the calling is to look at things in a different way. Whereas the Six of Pentacles, you might have been still in the energy of being very careful about what you have. The Seven of Pentacles asks you to open yourself up to risks that are worth taking in your material world, whether that might be moving, whether that might be moving location, a new home, or whether that might be business opportunities that you hadn't considered before, or just weren't opened up to you as an option before. There's risks worth taking here to progress to the next level, the 8, and then the 9, and then the 10. With this card, there's a lot more to it than it looks, in that it's taken years for the people I'm speaking to. It's taken years to get here to this point. So it's not to be belittled in any way. Now, during that time, yes, you might have been physically working, or you might have been using your mind a lot. And I find when I meditate best when I'm creating something, when my hands are busy and my mind's busy on something physical. I can really get to step out of myself, to step away from myself, to really get in deep and meditate, transmute energies, lessons, wounds, whatever it may be. I find that much easier than sitting and asking myself to step away, which I do, but I prefer to meditate continuously while I'm creating things. And I think a lot of people are like that. And so while the distraction of this physical element of you has been working so hard, this star card comes up. Oh, it did, as the second card there. And this star card in the right way up is the major arcana, healing, hope, transmutation of old wounds, the clearing out of festering wounds. This no fear warrior who isn't afraid of pain, isn't afraid to really look at it deep and go hard in the pain, to figure out exactly what we can extract from this, exactly what we can do with this experience, rather than hiding away from it. And I feel like the people I'm speaking to have had that opportunity, and maybe for the most part unknowingly being really put in old wounds and things that they've been carrying and burying for years, to rest. Just like you're seeing these new opportunities in a different light because you've attained a level that allows you to do so. Even all of these wounds that you never thought you would get cleared out, that you never thought you even wanted to let go of, all of a sudden are viewed in a different way, from a different slant, in a way that helps you to extract everything you can from that experience, from that knowledge, from that history, and let go of it, transmute it into something that will grow, transmute it into something that dreams are made of, material dreams. And this has been going on in the background while you've been doing this. So it's multi-layered, this healing that today calls out on, this deep revising of the way we see things and the way we use things for our benefit. The star card also speaks of visions, of dreams, the dream world, the connection to your ancestors, to your higher self, to your true self, however you want to put it, the opportunity there, that while you rest your mind, again a little bit like the hard work, when your body steps aside, when you go into that sleep state and your subconscious can really flow, that's when the star card is at its best. The energy of the star card comes in during that time. If you allow yourself to embody the energy of this star card, and really does use dreams to compartmentalize and make sense of things, or break experiences down into a more digestible state. Take note of dreams. Take note of dreams in particular linked with your material world, your material gain and attainment. The star card is really a force to be reckoned with right now, with this self-healing that's going on with people, and that is having a huge effect on the collective, and it's a beneficial effect. It's a beautiful, wonderful, exciting effect that the duo of these two cards are creating, bringing healing down into the physical, using the physical distraction to be able to really get down deep and heal those wounds for good, those wounds that you never thought you even wanted to heal, but now you can see them from a different perspective, from a different point of view. So the third card being this messenger, this fire wand messenger, the Page of Wands. So he speaks of being very intrepid. He wants to go, he wants to spread his news, he wants to spread his fire, his passion. He's a sociable creature, and I feel this is a lot to do with you personally, that you do feel like you have a message to tell now. You do feel like you have a product that you can go forward with. You do feel like you've got a passion that you can go forward with. And this speaks to travel. It speaks a lot to moving home. It speaks a lot to, going further with this material success. It speaks a lot to newness of everything, new job. And it also speaks to not being afraid of entering into the unknown, going further than you have before in the unknown, seeking out things that you didn't know before, but that you want to understand and know now. It also speaks to change in what we want, to change in what our wants are, what our desires are. And again, that speaks to this healing that has taken place, bringing you back even further to true self, to balanced self, to in the middle ground self, a calmness, a peace. So you're able to change your wants that way. Things that seemed so important before don't seem so important now. And then the Seven of Pentacles, that's reflected in that there's this drive, this want to succeed, to go further, and with every succession, new doors open. So of course, change in wants change, or they intensify more likely. For a lot of you, old wants are intensified through the energy of this Page of Wands, going forward, moving forward. On the bottom of the deck, underpinning the whole reading, is this Hermit card, another beautiful warrior that isn't afraid to go within and go in the darkest corners of self, to get rid of any wounds that are holding us back, labels, anything that we're holding on to that is of ego. And so the Hermit card underpinning this whole reading, along with the Star card, speaks to, again, another succession of whoever I'm talking to, in that there's no more fear of self-reflection. There's no more fear of self, or what we might see, or what we might have to face within self when we really look, when we really break down experiences, when we really go into those deepest corners of ourselves. So that, coupled with this Star card, is powerful, so powerful, and it's a real level up from where a lot of us were before. It speaks to becoming so used to the self-reflection that it becomes easier. Even with more tougher experiences, it becomes easier to self-reflect the more that we do it. It speaks to meditation, so do that. As I've talked before, it's easier for me when I'm creating something. Find your way that the energy of the Hermit meets you best. And this implementation of self-reflection every day with every experience, because it does get easier, and you can start to stitch that into your consciousness as being a part of you, as being part of what you do, just like your heart beats for you, just like you're driven to take your next breath, an intrinsic part of you, the energy of this Hermit card, and that will take you far. It will allow you to see and feel things in visions that you have never dreamt of before. So it's a beautiful day. It's an exciting day. The wind's blowing here, so everything feels really fresh, and blowing out the old and giving space for the new. The sun's shining at the same time, so the energy is exciting today, but the energy is of perseverance and continuing to go on today also, as well as this deep healing, which is fantastic. So I hope that helped. I hope that guided and inspired just some of you. That is enough for me. Until next time, much love. Be balanced, be whole. Oh, of course, you can always get a private reading with me by booking with any of the details above or below. I'm not going to edit this video. I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to say again, be balanced, be whole always. Love you. Mwah.